Will Act 3 be rock? Beyoncé is teasing that Act 3 might be rock. Could she be distracting us from the actual genre? Or is she dropping Easter eggs to tease the Beehive? There are many different opinions on what Act 3 could be. Rock, gospel, jazz, blues, or even a mix of genres. But fans have recently been speculating that it will be rock based on her posts and recent clues. So let's get into the evidence of this crime. First, we have Beyoncé accepting the Innovator Award at the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Awards. A lot of people noticed her shout out to Ms. Rosetta Tharpe during her acceptance speech.
I want to dedicate this award to all the innovators who have dedicated their lives and their art to creating shifts. So thank you for your sacrifices, your powerful voices, and your dauntless spirits. Thank you to Rosetta Tharpe, Miss Tracy Chapman, Linda Martell, Prince, Stevie Wonder, Andre 3000, Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, and so many more who defied any label placed upon them. Thank you for executing your dream so we could all follow. And thank you for my team at Parkwood. Y'all worked so hard, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. My husband, my rock, my best friend, I love you. My 3 beautiful children who continue to be my inspirations and my biggest blessing. Have a beautiful night, and thank you so much.
This mention made some think the genre would be gospel, but others believe it could be a mix of all the genres Ms. Rosetta Tharpe covered: gospel, blues, jazz, and rock and roll. If you caught that last one, rock and roll, you'll understand why fans are leaning towards rock. Ms. Rosetta Tharpe spanned many genres, so it wouldn't be crazy for Beyoncé to release an album with different genres on it, similar to what she did with Lemonade, where each song brought a different vibe and emotion. That album, with its mix of genres, is considered one of Beyoncé's best pieces of work by nearly everyone. But this is just my opinion. It's possible she could do different genres. However, I think she's going to approach Act 3 like the other 2 acts, with one genre. I could be wrong, but if she was going to make a multi-genre album, it seems more likely she would have started that with the first 2 acts, rather than wait until the last. Another reason is that Beyoncé has expressed her growth and desire to explore different genres, which is rare for artists, and even rarer for artists to do well, but it shows she's moving forward, similar to how she started with R&B at the beginning of her career and is now trying different genres. And as I said earlier, she already covered a multi-genre album with Lemonade, which is why I doubt she'll do another one. But Beyoncé always keeps the Beehive on their toes and constantly surprises us. Now, when it comes to gospel, I have nothing against it, but I don't see that happening right now. Jazz, possible, but that's a genre Beyoncé hasn't pushed as much as she's been hinting at rock. Blues? Like I said, I don't see it happening right now. Ultimately, no one knows but Beyoncé and those around her. Still, she could always surprise us with a rock and roll album that includes a mix of the other genres we've mentioned. But the Hive knows Beyoncé does things with intention. Remember when she wore that cowboy hat to the Grammys and later announced Act 2 at the Super Bowl? Or her recent Halloween costume where she trolled us about the visuals she's never releasing by saying the No Visuals Award? We know Beyoncé can be a unserious troll, but we also know that she'll keep us guessing until the surprise hits because she has a habit of releasing things at unexpected times, keeping everyone talking. Now let's get into the hardcore evidence. First, we had the shout out at the awards. Then she posted a picture the day after Prince's birthday. Beyoncé usually posts her pictures about 3 business days after taking them, so this timing made fans speculate. While some thought she was just honoring Prince's birthday, others saw it as another hint. After all, Prince covered genres like funk, R&B, pop, rock, jazz, new wave, psychedelia, and hip-hop, with rock still central to his influence. But her Halloween costume was another clue. Beyoncé dressed as Prince, and if you know her, you know she does heavy research before doing anything. In the costume photo, she was on top of a red car, a likely nod to Prince's song Little Red Corvette. If you look closely, you'll notice that the logo on the car is a Corvette and it's red. Beyoncé's outfit also closely resembles the one Prince wore in the Little Red Corvette music video. The attention to detail was down to everything except the jeans. But Beyoncé has recently been seen wearing Levi's, possibly as part of an ad series, which is worth noting since she's very intentional with her choices. She included everything else from the Prince video except the jeans, which is crazy because the focus of jeans and, well, Levi jeans in general is something she has been pushing with her recent collaboration with the Levi brand. But hey, this all could just be a coincidence. But therefore, Beyoncé's careful planning also shows in the photos she posts. For example, she posted that picture with a Prince shirt in June, along with what I believe is a Balenciaga bag that includes the Pride flags. She posted it during Pride Month to honor the LGBTQ+ community and Prince, who was born on June 7th. It's clear that everything she does has meaning behind it. Another example, this past election, she wore a shirt with Kamala Harris on it, representing this year's presidential election. Beyoncé is known for doing things with intention and meaning. For even more evidence, she dressed as Betty Davis, who covered almost the same genres as Prince, including funk, R&B, and soul rock. Rock is the genre that keeps coming back. Beyoncé even added a guitar emoji to her Instagram caption for the Betty Davis post. And we all know a guitar often represents rock. She included a Prince-designed guitar with her Prince costume as well. If you're noticing a pattern, it's rock. Beyoncé's hints, clues, and Easter eggs consistently point in that direction. And if that's not enough, she did something similar in her last two acts. If you want a video on that, comment below. For more clues, if you listen to Beyoncé's last two acts, each album flows from one to the next, like how Renaissance connects to Cowboy Carter. This includes her representation of the Chitlin circuit, which provided a platform for African American performers during the Jim Crow era. These artists performed blues, jazz, rhythm and blues, R&B, and rock and roll, genres largely founded by Black artists. If you know Beyoncé, you know she incorporates history, knowledge, and cultural significance into her work, which is a big part of why I love and appreciate her. She's fresh, unique, and constantly evolving, which is also why she's remained relevant for over 20 years. Another piece of evidence, she posted a half-face picture for her Prince Halloween costume pictures, and I noticed that also does half-face pictures with her last two albums, the back of the vinyl cases and album book for Acts 1 and 2. Plus, fans have noticed her using the Rockstar hand signal. Now, I looked up the Rockstar hand signal because I thought it included the thumb, but I found pictures with and without the thumb. So let me know in the comments which one you think is correct. Personally, I think it could mean rock and roll, but it's also a hand signal representing her hometown, Houston. Beyoncé has used it throughout her career, and Megan Thee Stallion has used it as well. But Texas has also played a big role in rock and roll. Speaking of Houston, let's not forget the Houston Rockets. Rock keeps coming up in connections to Beyoncé's recent and past work, but nah, that really doesn't have anything to do with this. I really just wanted to add that in there for fun. One piece of accidental evidence I came across one day while looking for a picture of Beyoncé with a star on her eye gave me my first hint that the genre could be rock, even before this other evidence emerged. I posted it on my X account, pinning it there until Act 3 is announced. This star eye picture led me to a similar image of Dolly Parton, who is also on Beyoncé's recent Cowboy Carter album, with a star on her eye and the word rock star below it. Dolly's last album was also a rock album. Beyoncé and Dolly Parton's paths have crossed through their genres. Dolly's goddaughter Miley Cyrus also has a track with Beyoncé on Cowboy Carter, and she's known for genre hopping like Beyoncé, which includes country. Rock just keeps coming up. If you want a breakdown of the other acts and predictions for when Act 3 will drop, comment below. In the meantime, join the Hive Club, our exclusive community where fans share the latest, discuss theories, and connect. You can also check out our Amazon storefront for Beyoncé-inspired finds, and don't forget to visit our link tree for all our socials. Everything you need is in the description.